That's an area boss. I didn't know there were area bosses here, but Nemesis. Okay, that's cool. We can do yours too, because why not? Armis Greeting, 1.2 times damage to one enemy. And of course, Aerostorm, which I'm not sure if we've seen yet, but either way, 0.7 times damage to all enemies. Alright, that's great. We're all doing unite attacks.
Here we go.
Or co-op attacks, or whatever they're called. Combo attacks, whatever. Damn! This guy's got over 2,500 HP at least. He does a lot of damage since that's how much he hurt what's his face. That's actually similar to Royal Attack with Freyja and Sialids. Just not nearly as powerful. Ooh. I don't think we've seen that before. It's possible, but I don't think so. So that's cool. We'll just go ahead and finish this battle, like whatever. Like whatever.
Here we go. Prince.
Boom. You can actually do some damage to Freyja. That just shows how strong he is. Bam! One more round should finish the job. Now, let's just do auto, or whatever. There you go. So I guess there's an area boss here. Guess Auto's gonna get some levelage. Windspun armor, lightning ring, large statue. Large statue could be something good, but otherwise, eh. Here too, so... So we got two more. So with Flail and Rahal you get... Well, no, not this. With Flail and Rahal you get... Just defend with you two. Azure Charge, 0.9 times damage to a row of enemies. And with Ernst and Norma you get Beast Tamer, 1.2 times damage to a column of enemies. So that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? I believe Lance and Roog have a similar attack. That's adorable. Again, these characters aren't built up, so if you build them up, their attacks are going to be much more powerful, obviously, but, you know. I guess we could do one of these, like, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't think you have a rune, but I think Ernst does. I kind of want to see his rune in action. Anybody that has, like, unique runes or anything, I'll probably show off, because why not? You don't. So we'll just attack with you, like, whatever. Yeah, Beast Rune. Mainly attack magic, but only in human form. Yes, yeah, so first you gotta turn into a human. Leopard to human once per battle, and then you can do the different attacks, which is cool. You would think Norma would have some kind of unique rune, but she doesn't. That's kind of disappointing. Ooh, that rune looks pretty badass. Kind of like the Beast rune from Suikoden 2. Ooh. Yeah, so I think when you turn into human form with him, like all of his stats increase, plus he can use the rune abilities. So this one requires all 5 beavers, and as you notice, there's a battle. I think that's because of Maroon, you know, the rocker. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. You fight a raging assassin here for some reason. Of course, all the beavers are low level, other than Maroon, who's a little leveled up, but not much. Beaver Rush. Instant death or 1.2 times damage to one enemy. That's our first 5-person unite attack. They're all gnawing on him. Yeah, it's pretty weak, obviously. Considering most of them are pretty low leveled, so... Alright, so for this next one, you need Phelan and Phelan. For Brotherly Love, 1 times damage to a cluster of enemies, which I'm not sure if we've seen this before, possibly. And then this one, Case Closed with Sagiri and Shigure, which I think we've seen before, but we'll show it off again anyway, just in case. 1.2 times damage to 1 enemy. So there you go. There's a salamander here for some unknown reason. Like, whatever.
What a pain.
I think we've seen that one before, but I'm not sure. I don't know about this one.
Here we go. Off you.
I think we've seen that one before, but I'm not 100% sure. So this one's an interesting one. It's one you probably wouldn't expect. But you need Kothari, Isabel, and Zeras. Concede! 1.3 times damage to 1 enemy. Now, there might be a hint that I don't know why Shigure's still here, but whatever. There might be a hint somewhere, like during, like, investigations and stuff that points this out, but I'm not sure. But either way, should be interesting. Okay. Alright. That wasn't extremely weird or anything. Nope. Not even a little bit. What the hell? Okay, this is not where I wanted to end up. I don't know where I am. Up there's I think this is one of those mistake things that gets you a chest. Blinking rune piece. Okay. Is that all that's here? I guess so. Yeah. Okay then. So I guess that can happen. I don't know if I ever knew about that. I guess you can be taken to the wrong place, and there you go. With all of the gladiator characters. Belkut, Shun, and Zagai, crowd favorites. 1.2 times damage to 1 enemy. Whoa, random crit.
Here we go.
Here we go. That one's pretty badass. Not gonna lie. So this is another 5-person with all the do-re-mi-als. Problem is, it's really hard to do because they're, other than 2 of them, they're all in level 1, so it's really hard to survive long enough for them to actually do it. So, do-re-mi, 0.5 times damage to all enemies. Okay, good. We just barely survived. Huh. For some reason, it does an ice attack. I don't know why, it just does. Alright, so it's time for some Dragon Cavalry action. We got a few of them here. So first, let's try Dragon Cavalry. 0.6 times damage to all enemies. Yeah, just attack him. That's fine. Dragon Cavalry. Nice. Again, they're not extremely built up or anything. Rug and Rahal aren't bad, but overall they're not really that built up. Of course, now they're all kind of stunned, so yeah. Yeah, Axe is not very well leveled up, but that's okay. Scarlet Charge. 1.2 times damage to a column of enemies. And Violet Charge. 0.8 times damage to all enemies, so we can get those out of the way. Or not. Just had to get stunned, didn't ya? Bam. Alright. Is he still oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. You really gotta make a whole thing out of this, don't ya? What an ass. Jeez. He's probably gonna end up dying on the next turn, right? Just to stick it to me. Just to stick it to me. Oh boy. I'm just trying to do something here, and you gotta screw me over every chance you get, don't you? Alright. Let's try this again. Poison, okay, fine. You always gotta hit him, though, don't you? It's like you have to. Bam! Kaboom! Alrighty then, so for the next ones... Really? Okay, that's shitty. Seriously? Not a good start at all. Let's see if we can heal him real quick. Since you gotta be dumb. So I think we've seen Dad and Daughter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have family. I'm not sure we've seen that one, so... 0.6 times damage to all enemies. And this one's kind of a strange combination. Yar and Gauche. Endless blows. 1 times damage to a cluster of enemies. Oh my god. Seriously?! Well, got him up at least.
How was that? Yeah, and never come back.
Okay, did Yar even do anything? Didn't look like it. Whatever, man. Let's try this again. Yeah, I swear, the enemies are just dicks. They won't leave Log alone. Not sure if we've seen that one or not. I know we've seen the father and daughter attack, but that one I don't think we've seen, but... Okay, so this is the only save file where I have George and Leone on the same party, so I had to load this one. And because this one involves all 6 of these characters. Felena's finest, Freyja, George, Miakis, Leone, Galleon, and Kyle. At least 0.2 times damage to all enemies. Also, I believe Kyle and George have one as well. So, that's something. Yeah, that really screws things up when you need, like, George for certain things and you don't have them. That is a beatdown, Felena style. Oh yeah. I think that's the only 6-person Unite attack, I'm not sure though. But also, like I said, I believe George and Kyle have one. Yeah, Flash of Steel. 1.2 times damage to one enemy. So that's cool. I think George also has one with a couple other characters, so we'll have to do that too. not sure if we've seen that one before. Maybe we have. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever. So the last one with George, I hope to God. There's an interesting cast of characters. George, Lorelei, Vicky, and Killay, I suppose because they were all in Suikoden 2. Whatever. Fate, question marks. Alrighty then. So that should be interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. That was, that happened. So the next two three-person co-op attacks we can actually do since they both involve, Rahal. So that's nice. Don't focus on him. Seriously, dude? Why do they always get the enemy attack? I swear. It's such an irritation. Now Dine's probably gonna die. Friends Forever. 1.3 times damage to one enemy. Miakis, Rahal, and Rug. Just defend. Hope they can survive. Rahal can survive. Of course he does not! Of course not! Because they always attack him! And they make this whole thing just so much more irritating than it needs to be. Telling ya. If they could just, you know, attack the prince, no problem. Ugh. Really is disgusting. At least we get to do this one on this turn.
Now it's my turn.
So in a way, it's a lot like Bodyguard attack. Thank you! No fucking bees. They're just the worst enemy, period. Alright, Fancy Lad, 1.4 times damage to one enemy with Dine, Matthias, and Rahal. Let's see if it doesn't get screwed up in some way. Like, that just seems to keep happening. I'm like having the worst luck. I swear. Thank you. See, it's not that hard. Okay. That was random, I guess. Well, the next three-person one is basically with the three ninjas. God, I hate these centipedes so damn much. With Raven, Shigure, and Sagiri. Fugitive Hunt. 1 times damage to one enemy. Thank you, Raven's Evasion.
Here we go.
I like how his stance, he's like down like that. Like he looks like he's almost dead when he's not. So it's kind of like Shigure, it's kind of like Case Closed, but...
What a pain.
Just over there laughing with a voice that sounds nothing like it should be. Ended up back at that mistake place again, but... Either way, for this next three-person one, we need, we need our 3 Island Nation pals, and of course we also got Lockdown with these two again. Sias and the Light, which we've seen, but we'll do it again anyway. 1.2 times damage to one enemies. And with Bernadette and Elise and Yar, Island Storm, 1.3 times damage to one enemy. So, there you go. Ooh, I like that last part. Nice. And then this again, of course. We've seen this before, probably numerous times, but there it is again, just for fun. Just for poops and giggles. And actually killed him, wow. Then they're not very leveled up, so... Yeah, that's obviously an old enemy, which is fine with me because the enemies outside of Stormpus have been screwing me over, so whatever. So something interesting about this next one. Enemy attacks first, but it gets charmed, so fuck him. That's all I can say. This next one, Kiss Goodnight, Jean, Nalise, and Charmist. It can also be done with Jean, Nalise, and Cialis, but we don't have her in our party, so we can't do that one. But it's the same thing. Like, it literally does the same thing, except the one with Cialis is called Kiss Goodbye. This one's called Kiss Goodnight, but it's the same thing, so... 0.5 times damage to all enemies. And of course, I mean, you had to know Isabel and Matthias would have one. Maximilian, 1.5 times damage to one enemy. Freaking poison. I think the one with Cialis also looks the same too. It might look a little bit different, I'm not sure, but whatever. There it is. Nothing too special. Rough. Did Matthias just rough like a dog? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. So this next one has a pretty interesting cast of characters as well. Got a random wizard tree for whatever reason. We have Bergen, Maroon, and Axe. I don't know what they have to do with each other, but looks can kill. 0.5 times damage to all enemies. You know you gotta have those random co-op attacks. They're so adorable. I think it also like did Fury or something to them, I don't know, but whatever. Okay, so this one we could have done before, but I didn't realize it was one, so whatever. Maze of Steel with George, Miakis, Galleon, and Kyle. 0.4 times damage to all enemies. I didn't realize this was one, or I would have done it before. But here we go. Here we go! I just say watch it stun him. That would piss me off. But on there. That one's pretty good. Hopefully that's the last one with George, because it's annoying having to do one with him when you don't have him on your party in the save file you're using. Oh god. So this next one's interesting. Well, first of all, we have Freyja and Roy, perfect likeness. At least 1.2 times damage to one enemy. And then we have Vicky and Jano. Who knew? Oops. One times damage to cluster of enemies. Huh. Of course you stun him. Why not? Why not? That's a hell of a lot better than Ryu and Hoi when Hoi does nothing. And my god. Alright. Alright, so for the next ones, we got Roy, Nick, and Richard. Pretty boy. 0.5 times damage to all enemies. Then we got Loon and Sabala, petty rivals. 1.2 times damage to one enemy. So that's exciting.
Yeah! Here we go. Now me too.
Not the voice you'd expect for Richard, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Whatever. So for the next ones, some old enemies. We have Levi and Zeras, Pride of Magic. 100 basic damage to all enemies. Okay, that's kind of weird, but alright. And Vicky, Phelan, and Norma, Pretty Girl. 0.5 times damage to all enemies. That's exciting. Apparently she has the lightning rune now. It's a lightning and a fire attack. Oh, and I guess a wind attack too. What's that? That didn't do 100 damage, but whatever. Pretty Girl attack. Do some random Canopy events first for whatever reason. I don't know if we've shown off that spell yet, but either way, there it is. It's pretty useful, especially for boss fights that use magic. That's great. Alright, so for the next ones, kind of two unique ones, I would say. We have Nakia and Gavaya, two characters I never really use. Sacred Greenhorn, 1.2 times damage to one enemy. And we have Alrazad, Asado, and Wabon, Shining Scalp, you know, because they're all bald. 0.52 damage to all enemies, which I think they also did like an all-bald character thing in a couple Suikodens, I think. So it's kind of, I guess that's a reference, so to speak. Why do they all get to go first? Come on, man. We got stuff to do here. Always gotta make the bald joke. I think it also blinded one of them or something. That's a pretty nice one, I would say. So for the next one... we got Flail, Maroon, and Byakuren. Secret Crush. 0.5 times damage to all enemies. That's definitely an interesting one. Good thing about Byakuren is she has like over 500 HP, so... I don't even think her level's that high. She just has a lot of HP since she's another of the characters that takes up 2 slots. You couldn't tell? Alright. That's interesting. So for this one... we got Kille, Lorelei, and Zweig. Sindar Surge. 0.6 times damage to all enemies. And this one, I think we've already seen this one. Lou and Sorensen, Shoot and Smash. 1.2 times damage to one enemy. So there you go. Weapon
Waste of time.
Okay. Alrighty then, so for these, we got... okay. It's not letting me do this one for some reason, but... Nakia and Shun are supposed to have one, but... it's not... I guess we'll do her Boar Rune then. 3 times damage to one enemy, decreases accuracy. I don't know why it won't let me do that one, though. For this one, we got Axe, Flail, and Lance, Stampede. 0.7 times damage to all enemies. So the 3 dragons, basically. That doesn't look too special, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me do Nakia and Shuns. Alright, so for this one, let's not attack. We got Belkud and Dine, Swordmaster. 1 times damage to a column of enemies. And we got Hazuki and Richard, Sword Sage. 1 times damage to a column of enemies. So that's pretty sweet. Alrighty then. So that's nice. Okay, so for this one, Phelan, Lu, and Shun, Teen Rebellion. 1.3 times damage to 1 enemy. That's exciting. Alright. Okay then. And for the last one, we got the dwarves. Bergen, Gund, and Wabon, tunneling through. 1.3 times damage to 1 enemy. Isn't that great? That big old branch. Alright, that's great. Alright, so now combo magic. So to do these, you just need 2 of the respected rune. I think you can actually have them on the same person if you want, but there's basically 4 different levels. I think they're actually the same spell. They're just more powerful. As you see, 500, 1000. So Unite Magic, so Fire Rune and Earth Rune do Scorched Earth. 1600 damage to all land-based enemies. Since Lovi has the Earth Rune. Of course, this freaking asshole is floating, so it's not going to do anything, but we're just showing it off. Boom! So it's like a Fire-Earth attack. You'd think the fire attack would still hurt him, but nope. Okay, random area boss. The Wyvern, whatever. But anyway, the next co-op magic, in case we need to heal because of stupidity, poison. So for the next combo magic, you need the Earth Rune and the Wind Rune, and you get Fierce Wind Fang, 1600 plus damage to all enemies. That's great. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to be using Jean and Lovi for these, since they're the best mages. I could use a Resh, but you know, whatever. Well, whatever works for me. Ooh. Didn't really seem like much of an earth attack, but there it is. So for the next one, actually the next 2, you need, for this one, Water Dragon, you need the Wind Rune and Water Rune. 1600 plus damage to all enemies. Let's check that out. That looks cool. I like that one. Boom. Quite powerful, plus it does the extra ice damage as well, because why not? And we can go right into the next one. Yeah, I have Brennan because I think she's the only character that has the a flowing rune on, so, you know. Thunder God, which of course you need the thunder and water. 1600 damage to all enemies. Thunder God. Aw, yeah. It's good stuff. Ooh. Nice. Again, I think that looks better in Suikoden 1, but still looks pretty damn cool. And for the last one, yeah, there's nowhere near as many combo magics. And we've already seen creations, so... You need the fire and lightning for Flame Array. 1600 plus damage to all enemies. Good stuff. Yeah, don't attack Lovi, because you know what would happen. Ooh. Look at that bad Johnny. Oh yeah. That's nice. And it also has the burning effect, so that's cool.